Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm speaking loud because the camera's far away and I'm not sure if you can hear me. This is my new home. This is my living room. This is my lava lamp. Hasn't quite warmed up yet, but maybe it'll give us a little show in a bit. I'm assuming by the title of the video you know what I'm going to be talking about here, and that is my January favorites. Now the first favorite is of course my little kitty witty, baby Chloe. Isn't that right, Chloe? She's more interested in the cars going by outside. So I got a whole box of my favorite things that I want to share with you that I really enjoyed this January. Let's dive into it. Covering a lot of categories here, so I'm not sure what I should start with. Start off with possibly the easiest portion, which is my agenda for the year. Third year using MiGOALS. It's an Australian brand and I just love the way that they set up everything. So each month you can do a month in review. Also set your monthly goals. Each 2 pages are the week and you can set habits that you want to achieve and like which day you're doing them. I just find it very helpful. And also at the very beginning of the book, there's a lot of work space to set goals and the things you want to do to achieve them. It just makes it, it breaks it down to a point where you're like, oh yes, I could possibly actually achieve the things that I want to achieve this year. It's a large book, but I love it. Next up, I bought another Moleskine. This is my 61st journal. I usually go for the unlined, but you can't get this color, baby pink, in a blank notebook, so it's kind of a boring favorite, but I just love the way that Moleskine feels, especially paired with Muji pens, which I don't have on me right now, but know that it's one of my favorites. Done. I've also been using a lot of the Bumble Bumble creme de coco. It smells like the most amazing coconut. I used to use this in university and recently have just been back on the bandwagon because it just smells like a pina colada. Getting to be almost done and they've been wonderful. Since we're talking about being in the shower, I've been really enjoying the Schmidt's Bergamot and Lime shower gel. Schmidt started out originally as a deodorant company and they make great deodorants, but this is the zestiest body wash and I always just find it like awakens my senses in the shower. And it's like a huge bottle too. Love it. Now once I'm out of the shower, I like to use the Lululemon anti-stink deodorant, and this is black pepper sandalwood. This is hot yoga proof. This is snowboarding all day proof. I smell awesome when I use this, so I try and use it whenever I'm gonna be doing something real sweaty. It's also aluminum free, which is great. Would recommend. I've also tried the aloe one, but I really love black pepper and sandalwood. It's kind of like a musky, dreamy scent. Speaking of scents, this one is Maison Margiela Music Festival. It's patchouli and fresh bud. And I love anything patchouli, so this was right up my alley. I've been using this nonstop, and yet it seems to be lasting forever. There's so many other great scents from this line too. I'm really into, I think it's by the fireplace. I have to get that one next, but at this rate, probably don't need to get it for a while. More body care items. This toothpaste, man, it's X-Pur Cario in spearmint. It's supposed to help with sensitive teeth, and it is awesome. It's expensive, but it doesn't have any of the detergents that a lot of the other toothpaste have, so I've been really digging it. I have been working out more and I went snowboarding. Every time I have like crazy muscle pain, I've been putting this Thieves Balm on it. It says rub on sore muscles and joints to relieve pain and inflammation. Basically, this has been a recipe since I want to say the 1800s. Don't quote me on that. And it was used for, this is so morbid, it was used around the nose for when people were burying plague victims. I have to check up on that, but I'm pretty sure that's this. Anyway, why is it called Thieves Balms? I wonder if it's because people would rob the dead and maybe this is what the thieves would put on there. I don't know. Just a theory, not a fact. I also started using the Saalt cup want to say December or November. This is what it looks like. It's a menstrual cup. It's awesome. Prior to this, I've had the Diva cup for many years, and I just found the plastic to be too hard. Anyway, Saalt was kind enough to send me this, and let me tell you, it's a waste-free period, which is great. The bag that it comes in, so cute. But also, it's just so much more comfortable, and you can leave it in longer than the tampon. It's just so much better, you know? And I've been loving it. Let's talk about candles. My absolute favorite is burning behind us. It is the Sydney Hale & Co. Eucalyptus Sage. This one is Woodsmoke and Amber. Both are incredible. Woods is also a really, really, really amazing scent too, but I think that's in my office right now. Anywho, this candle brand is my absolute love. Hi, Chloe. They also donate a portion of the proceeds to an animal shelter, dog shelter, I can't remember which. My other favorite is Nest Birchwood Pine. It's one of their, I think, holiday scents, but I like burning that kind of stuff all year round because I just really love anything pine or woodsy. So next up, let's talk about this new launch from Pura. It's their Hyaluronic Ruby Serum. I was lucky enough to get invited to the launch. I think it was in December as well, and I've been using it ever since, and oh my goodness, it is, it is spectacular. Edmonton's so dry. I feel like this traps in the moisture, and it smells good. It looks beautiful. It even has like a tiny little ruby in it, and it's our first product that you can actually get refilled in store, which is awesome. I love that, because you get these beautiful containers and then you just feel like, oh no, I'm gonna recycle this? That's so sad. And it also cuts down on the cost because you're not rebuying the ruby and like the glass and everything. It's been super lovely. I'm feeling way more hydrated, which is awesome. It was like -44 here for a little while, like the coldest place on earth. Speaking of coldest place on earth, this next thing is an absolute must for anyone who lives anywhere cold. This is such a random thing, but this is the PowerStation Xtreme Boost. If you're a woman or anyone who doesn't want to ask for help from, you know, strangers, whatever, and your car battery died, you need one. It's this little power bar here, and all you do is plug these in and you can jumpstart your own car. Insane. My parents got it for me at Costco a couple of years ago, but let me tell you, this has saved my life many a times. It's awesome, and I believe it can jumpstart your car 3 to 4 times just on one charge, which is amazing. It also has a flashlight feature to it too. And on top of that, I also took this to Coachella, I believe, too, because you can charge your phone with it. It's awesome and super easy to charge. Like, you can charge it, there's an adapter to charge it in your car too. It's also one of my road trip essentials always, because you just never know, like, what if your battery dies at the side of the road because you left your interior light on or something. Boom, boost. My 2 pieces of advice for any new driver is, 1, figure out how to change your own tire. It's essential. It is a skill that has served me well over the years. It's so much nicer to be able to rely on yourself to just change a tire when you need it done. Also, number 2 is having your own jump start, because, you know, maybe this is just me, but I don't want to be on a true crime podcast about this woman who got murdered because she was waiting by the side of the road to get her car jumped. Probably unlikely to happen, but there's always a possibility. Oh, caveat, there should be a 3rd thing too. Know how to check your oil. Oh, and windshield washer fluid. Just find out where that is. It's good to know. Where was I? Oh, I have a couple of makeup products that have recently come into my life. Well, some of them recent, some not so much. There's 4 altogether. 3 of them are lip products because I have a lot of lip and I use a lot of product. First of all is the Basic Balm by Lululemon. It is, kind of has like a coconutty feel to it too. I have it in my gym bag, in my purse, just swipe it on, super easy. I love a good lip balm that you don't have to put on with your fingers, especially when you're in your bag and you're out in public, because then, you know, germs, whatever, it's great. I have a second lip balm that has also been serving me well this entire cold snap, and it's the Burt's Bees Ultra Conditioning Lip Balm. It is intense. Like, you put it on and you're like, yeah, lots of stuff. Next up is the Fenty Gloss Balm in the Fenty Glow. It is just the perfect amount of gloss and sparkle and subtle gorgeousness that I've been looking for in a lip product. This is a new thing that I got. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is from the MAC Glow Play line, and it is the blush and So Natural. It feels silky smooth to touch. It is so buildable, and it's just like the perfect subtle flush that I've been looking for. I love a good peach blush. Ow, that is my butt. You have your own space. This is a total random favorite, but my sister got me this for Christmas. It's from Japan. They're called Roomies Parties. Is it Roomies Party? Roomies Parties or Roomies Party. This line of stuffed animals that all have party hats on, and they're all roommates and they party together. So there's a dinosaur, there's the cat, but this cat, I don't know, man, just really spoke to me. Like, so cute. Anyway, we're best buds now. I'm a 32-year-old lady who loves stuffed animals, and I'm okay with that. Next up is another thing I think I've talked about a ton as well, but it is my Flip Silk Sleep Mask. I love this thing. Jessie calls me a superhero when I put it on at night, and I don't care because it blocks out any smidgen of light and gives me a great night's sleep. And I also, it doesn't like press too hard on my face. Next up, I've worked with Samsung before, and they sent me a pair of their earbuds, I want to say in the spring. At first I was like, okay, I mean, great, wireless earbuds, sure, whatever, man. And then I tried them out and I was like, okay, this is not bad, this is pretty good. And by fall, in love with them. It was a slow burn because I'm a dinosaur and I just didn't understand the joys of having cordless things. I've tried them in the past, and not this particular brand, but I did have cordless ones before, but they still were strapped together, and I was like, this was okay and great at the time, and then that kind of waned and I didn't really wear them anymore. But these, it's great. So when I go running with Jessie, we can both take an earbud and listen to the same thing while we're running. I love it. Last of all are my glasses. Right before Christmas, I discovered that I had astigmatism, which I believe means that my eyeballs they're not the right shape that an eye is supposed to be. So I ended up getting a prescription. So I went with these, which makes me feel like late 50s, early 60s, like yearbook photo that I would always stare at and just be like, oh my God, their glasses are so amazing. Anyway, I'm one of them now. I'm really feeling them, and I also like the fact that if I don't feel like doing my eyebrows, kind of hides them. Glasses, man. I never knew how good life could be with them. I think those are all my January favorites at this point. I hope you found those interesting. I will link all of them below. Me and Chloe are gonna hang out now. So thanks so much for joining us, and sorry my lava lamp didn't warm up quite enough, but yeah. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time, toodles! It finally warmed up. Ugh.